Hello, friends. You're welcome back to the Afrofood Diary. My name is Geraldine. You're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. All my returning subscribers, you guys are just too much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as always. From January till now, December, I'm happy that you all are here with me, and I appreciate God for your lives. Guys, in today's video, like I promised us in my last episode, the pizza sauce, I'll be showing you a stew alternative we're going to be doing without tomatoes this time around. So the first thing when making stews, sauces, soups is to get your protein of choice ready. I'll be using this chicken wings. So to season my chicken, I have dry rosemary, one nut seasoning, a mix of dry spices. I'll be taking a teaspoon of that. I'll be using ginger as well. I'll be adding about half a teaspoon of that. I'll be adding salt, and then I'll go into mixing the spices into the chicken very well. The stove is already on, so I'm doing kind of hot marinating, and after that I added just a little bit of water just to get the chicken cooking. We're not drowning the chicken in water. So next I'm going to cut up the onions and the hot pepper. The yellow peppers are like they have such nice smell and very spicy. So after that, I'll open our chicken, which at this point is already steaming, and pour in the pepper and onions. Mix it together and cover it to cook while I go ahead and cut the onions for frying our sauce. So since I'm using medium hard chicken, not very tough, after about 8-10 minutes they were ready, and I'm going to take them off the fire right now. While we go over to prepping our peppers, this is pepper stew, right? This is also what some people will consider to be Ofada stew. Replacing peppers, replacing your tomatoes with peppers gives you a yummy stew as well. So it is definitely one thing you would want to try when you get tired of tomato stews. So what I'm doing here is cut it up and blend it up into this chunky rough texture. Okay, you can make it as smooth as you want it to be as well. And at this point I'm going to strain the chicken. It's been sitting in its sauce for about 10 or 15 minutes. I'm going to be frying it to give it some extra taste. So I poured in enough water, enough oil, sorry, to fry our chicken. Throw in a few slices of onion and start getting your chicken into the hot oil at this point. I love to use these deep pots because I'm not a fan of splattering oil. Yeah, so that's why I have such a deep pot. So I'll fry this to come out brown but not crunchy, and then I'll take it off. By now our oil is well seasoned with chicken. So I put in the cut up onions, and then after a minute I poured in the blended peppers. At this point I'm using normal mild olive oil to do the frying, but you can use any vegetable oil of your choice. Yes, please don't mind the size of my pot. I decided to use the same pot I used in frying the chicken to save time and all that. So next I'm going to prep our mushrooms. Guys, this is optional. If you can't find these mushrooms, feel free to skip it, but if you can find it, it is really nice in this sauce. Okay, so you want to wash it really well. This is actually fungi, guys. Yeah, but the edible type, and because it's picked in the wild, you want to wash it very well and cut it up into quarters or halves, but be sure to cut it in a way that it is visible in the sauce. Okay, after about 8-10 minutes, the oil floats on top in this sauce, and at this point you know that it is cooked. Your peppers are cooked. You see that? Yeah, so at this point I'll start seasoning with the dry mixed spices I used for the chicken, with some curry powder and paprika powder. Last, I will top up with my shrimp spice, which is like my crayfish alternative. That could easily be your dry fish fillets. Okay, feel free to use any dry fish of your choice for this recipe. Okay, it makes a whole lot of sense. And that little stock that I cooked out from the chicken, well seasoned and thick, I added it to this sauce as well, and you can see the level of thickness. It is not too thick and it is not too thin either. Perfect. So I tested for salt and I needed to add a little bit more salt to it. Be careful with salt, that is why I'm adding it last. Okay, so adjust your taste and add the cut up mushrooms at this point. Remember to slice them chunky. I also had some leftover grilled salmon, so I just kind of broke it up and added into the sauce as well. At this point I transferred it into a larger pan so that you guys can see what the sauce is looking like. Top up with the chicken and allow it to simmer on a very low heat for the next 4-5 minutes. Do remember to leave your windows open so that your neighborhood can benefit from the goodness of this. Hit the like button, guys, if you like what you're looking at, and thank you so much for hanging on up until now. I hope you'll be willing to give this a try. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.